Skandasana, our side lunge. So if we open up the stance just to give us a bit of a platform, we're going to step into that exaggerated wide stance, very similar to Warrior 2, Warrior 1, extended side angle pose. Here the distinction is with the foot. So I'm using my right foot. I'm going to turn it to this top corner of the mat. So it's not pointing towards the front of the mat. It's coming towards this top corner. And then as I head over to the right side, to begin with, try to keep your heel rooted, lifting the toes of the left foot, and we travel forwards. Now, dependent on your level of flexibility and mobility down in the ankle, as the bum drops towards the ankle, it might be that because of the tightness of the calf, the heel lifts. Now, this is actually a more difficult posture for balance. You can see already that I'm feeling a little more unsteady. So this is both a way to advance a posture, balance-wise, but also a way to make it easier for flexibility. Now, if you want to make it easier for flexibility and have some greater support, so it's less difficult for balance, take a brick, let a heel rest onto the brick. Importantly here, as with many of the other postures, we're keeping the knee to the outside of the big toe. Tendency would be for the knee to collapse inwards, putting extra and unnecessary pressure on the inside of the knee. If we keep the knee to the outside of the hip, balances and stabilizes the hip better. Something else that we can do is if we can keep the heel on the ground, as you can see here, inner arches raised, we can have the hands on thighs for more support, hands out front to make it a little more difficult, hands overhead, arms following the line of our ears to make it the most difficult. Now, if we actually, something else that we can add in is to make the posture more active. So once we come down here, once we have the establishment of our flexibility, like for me coming down here, actually feels quite easy. My flexibility allows me to do it. There's not much musculature required to hold me here. So if I lift a little higher, visually, that might look not as impressive, not as deep in inverted commas. It's much more physical. By raising the hips higher, I'm now having to engage the body more, creating more strength and stability to hold me in that suspended position. Something else that's often missed off here in Skandasana is that we don't give enough relationship or focus to that left leg. Where possible, curl the toes of the left foot back and actively strengthen and squeeze the left thigh. That's going to mean that the knee feels secure and we don't hyperextend through the back of the knee. So strong here, and we can come back to center.